open up with Cameron talking about how she really liked her look or whatever, and I'm just like, Cameron, the problem is you've been turning out really great looks. So to come with this like costumey DIY dreadful cosplay was alarming. You know what I mean? Because we've seen you do such amazing looks, and then to get to this with like this like side tie wrap skirt and, you know, the styrofoam whatever wand or whatever, it just looked very this is my first year at Comic-Con. I'm serious. It just did not look like what you have already given. That's the problem. If you're going to turn out a great look, you got to be consistent, because we're always going to look for that. I remember like early on in this season, everybody on Twitter was just like, oh my goodness, what is Cameron going to do next on the runway? Everybody was excited about that. So to give this runway was just like, okay, sis. And then Miss Cracker, who is just defeated all over again. I mean, I think there needs to be RuPaul's Drag Race therapy. I really, really do, because I feel like a lot of these queens beat themselves up. You know what I mean? Or don't think that what they do is amazing, and don't think that the looks that they're turning out or just the performances are worthy of just even an audience. And it's heartbreaking. It really, really is, to see somebody who is so great just think that they are not good enough. It's a hurt piece, because you know what they're capable of. You've seen what they do and you love it, but they don't believe you. Like, no matter what you say, they can't hear it. It's also relatable to a lot of creatives. It's very, very relatable, myself included. It's just like, I've been there. You know what I mean? I've done shows and I get off the stage and people are like, oh my goodness, you did such a great job. And I'm like, oh, they're only saying that because they like me. You know what I mean? And not like really sitting back and thinking, oh, I bodied that. Yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And in your mind, giving yourself a high five. You know, it happens. It really, really does. And it's just unfortunate, because you see it so much. And I see it so much on this show in a way where every time I watch this show, I'm always very conscious of what kind of saboteur behavior am I doing to my own self, because I'm watching these really amazing artists tear themselves down. And I'm like, am I doing that? Let me check myself. You know what I mean? So it's encouraging in a lot of ways, but it's also very heartbreaking, because you just see that these amazing queens just can't see it for themselves. And that's it's unfortunate. It really, really is. As I'm watching this Untucked, I realized why Cameron stayed. This was the first time Cameron wasn't defeated. Like, she was defeated, but she was pissed. So Cameron went out there like, you know what? I don't care. You know, so she was just doing all types of stuff. She did a split. She did the aerobic stuff. She was fighting differently this time. Normally she's like, oh, I just don't know. But this time there was a fight in her. And I don't think there was a fight in Miss Cracker, but I think that Miss Cracker probably thought that she was going to stay. So I don't think she really, forgive me, it's getting hot in this room. Summer's finally hitting LA in June. But I don't think that she really gave everything, because she probably thought that this is Cameron's third time. She's definitely going home. So that would have been a hurt piece, because she wasn't back practicing, you know what I mean? But I felt like Cameron had a different attitude this time, and that may be a factor in why she stayed as well. So Miss Cracker is really feeling it about what Asia said, and I think that maybe comes from, because I don't think a lot of us are aware, but Asia is like legendary in the community. Her and Mayhem. So I think having somebody of that kind of stature say that about your drag, I think it affected her more than we saw, because when she speaks about it, she is defeated. And I'm like, okay, I can understand. I can understand you feeling some sort of way by essentially like a legend in the community coming after your drag. Like, that's, especially on a platform in front of RuPaul. That's a hurt piece. That really, really is. Can I just say this? And y'all be getting me together for this, but I just think when Cameron is about to go home, like when Cameron is lip syncing for her life and she goes in the back and have her cigarette, that is not a time for people to stop and get counseling sessions, because Cameron is sitting there looking at Miss Cracker like, you know what I mean? Like, girl, I'm in the bottom two. I'm lip syncing again for the third time in a row. I don't feel like hearing your problems right now, but nobody catches on to the fact that Cameron just needs to be left alone. Poor thing. Poor thing. Even when she was trying to like talk about herself, Miss Cracker started talking about herself, and I'm just like, Cameron, you got to start taking your cigarette break somewhere else, because as soon as you go back there, people are like, oh, Cameron's in the back smoking a cigarette. Let me get my therapy session. Because Cameron is very quiet, so they just have somebody who will listen to them dump, and that's what a lot of people do sometimes. So when they see Cameron run back there, everybody runs back there, and it's just like, oh, I'm having these problems. And Cameron's just like, can I just smoke? Miss Vanjie, she not only was she on the episode, she was also on Untucked. I mean, wow, a sensation she is. A sensation. So we get a moment that we missed on the runway, and that is when Aquaria basically exposes herself about how she was not very nice to the bottom two last time around. And that's when Eureka was just like, that's when I believed you, because she said that she didn't really believe when Aquaria apologized to the bottom two, and Ohara was just like, thank you for getting me together. And a lot of people didn't believe that. I liked that she did that, but a lot of people were just like, oh, she's doing it for cameras. She wants to make sure she looks good. But when she said it in front of Ru, I think that was when, especially Eureka, but a lot of the other queens was just like, okay, she really means this. You know what I mean? And I can understand them not really, you know, believing a lot of things that Aquaria does, because she has this kind of nasty disposition about her sometimes. And so I can see that, right? But what I hate is how they constantly talk about her age. This is the problem. It's like she's too, everybody keeps on trying to say, oh, that'll come with time because she's this, and that's when I knew that you are a grown-up. She's a grown-up now. Like, let's stop shaming her for being young, because let's be real, you get shamed when you're younger, then you get shamed for aging. Like, we gotta stop that. She is a very young and talented drag queen. She's here because she got the goods. She is not immature. Y'all just as catty. Like Ohara, you did the same thing. You got mad at the other queens because you bombed in a challenge. Aquaria did the same thing. Like, she was acting out of her emotion at that time. It has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with how you just handle and process situations. It has everything to do with how you were raised. You know what I mean? What you went through in life to make you who you are. So we don't know Aquaria's life. We don't know what she's been through. All they have is that she's 21. And a lot of times the comments about her, in my opinion, are just pure jealousy because she's 21 and she's on the same platform as you. That's not on her. That's on you thinking that you're less than because you're older. Like, what, how is aging something to look down upon? There are so many people taking their own lives. There are so many people dying young. You made it another freaking year. This is the hardest world to live in, and you made it. That should be celebrated every time. But when we get to a certain age, and I guess it's because we don't have certain things or haven't achieved a certain amount of success that we believe that we're supposed to receive, then it's like, then you hate aging because you're just like, I just want a little bit more time to get this. Says who? Who says that you're supposed to have that then? You know what I mean? As a woman, I'm even so thankful now that women are speaking out like, you know what? Guess what? I don't want children. I ain't saying it's me because I gotta bless the world with little Nickies. I just have to. But there are a lot of girls, a lot of women, especially women that I know who are just like, I don't want that. And you couldn't have said that back then. You know what I mean? Not even 10 years ago could it have been something that you said and it would have been well received. Some women just want to live a child-free life. And then you think of all the women who were basically, you know, bullied into having children, who end up being terrible mothers because they didn't want the kid in the first place. It happened. So let's just let people exist in the worlds that they exist in, and let's celebrate surviving another year in tumultuous times, especially now and then. People are taking their lives left and right. This is a very hard time to live in. You know what I mean? I guess for my generation, like I lived through the civil rights movement, so I can only imagine, right? Or slavery, you know, so I can only imagine. But I'm just saying, at this point right now, we're all dealing with a lot of stuff, especially marginalized communities. It's hard. It really, really is. Let people enjoy things. Let people enjoy where they're at in this moment. Stop coming down on people for their age. I know I probably went on a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I just hate that that Aquaria is constantly checked for her age. And I'm like, why is that? And I think it's just more of the fact that they are jealous that somebody 10 years younger than them is on the same platform. But that doesn't make sense. Stop looking at it through that angle and look at it as the fact that she was good enough and you were good enough for this time to be here. That's all it is. Your opportunities came at different times. It doesn't matter. And I'm not saying that Aquaria is not going to live longer, but I'm just saying there are some people who achieve success early in life because they have a shorter time span on this earth than other people. You know what I mean? That's why they try to come up with that comment, the good die young. Yeah, you're just saying that because people peaked in their early 20s, and maybe it was for them to peak in their early 20s because they wasn't going to see their 30s. Not saying it about you, Aquaria. I'm going to keep you in my prayers, but I'm just saying you got to stop looking at stuff from just an ignorant lens and just live in the moment and live in the reality of what it is. And I just hate that they check her so much for her age. And it happens every time. Every time there's a young queen, here they go, you know, dragging her about this. She only did that because she's 21. Oh, she said that because she's 21. She hasn't lived a life. Even her good critiques are all about her age. I'm just like, y'all need to stop, because Aquaria is sickening now. Wait till she get about 10 years on her. I can only fathom what that chick gonna pull out. Only fathom. Work, Aquaria. Work. Lena Dunham, seriously, this is the best she's ever looked. Like, even in this Untucked, getting a close-up of her outfit, of her makeup, I really like it. I really, really like it. She's giving me, and don't fight me, I'm just saying in the look, she's giving me a little Liza Minnelli. That's all I'm saying, just in the look. Don't fight me, I already feel it. Oh my God, this is my first time noticing this, but when we went to commercial and the Rupauls Drag Race logo came up, RuPaul was like, Vanjie. Has that always been? I know it used to be Monique's Heart's laugh for a while, and I think they switch it up through different contestants from time to time, but this is the first time I heard Vanjie. One episode. She gonna slay All Stars. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, poor Miss Cracker. She was waiting for Asia to, like, you know, say that she was sorry, that she didn't mean it. It never happened. that apology never came. So it seems like we're going to have some Miss Cracker and Asia O'Hara beef at the reunion, because Miss Cracker was still a little sour that she said that she wasn't a star, because she said that she reached out and talked to her about it after she was eliminated, and she said that Asia O'Hara said that she loves her and whatever, and she does think that she's very talented, and she was just like, I'll see you in hell. She's like, I'm kidding, but she meant that. And then she read the note that Asia left her, and Asia said that you're a star. I'm sorry, I didn't see it until now. And Miss Cracker was like, too late, sis, and like threw her letter away. So yeah, I'm feeling like they're gonna have some beef. I think if anything, they probably, you know, hashed it out by now. I'm hoping. If not, we're going to see that at the reunion, and I can't wait. That reunion is going to be messy. First of all, it's going to be the return of Miss Vanjie. I think it's going to be that her return is going to be amazing. I just think it's going to be a whole setup for her to just, you know, soar at that reunion. But I can't wait. I really, really can't wait. I don't know who's going to bring home the crown. I thought for real, I thought for sure when I came into the season that it was going to be Eureka. Watching this, I'm like, I think this is Aquaria's crown. I really, really do. I don't know what Asia O'Hara could pull out in the next, what, 2 challenges? We'll see. But next week, they have the, like, whole performance challenge, and they have to do their song and that whole shebang. And that really separates the wheat from the tare. Bible reference, catch it. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who will turn it out, but Aquaria has been, she has been rising to the occasion. So I think this may be her crown. You better go ahead and take that crown, sis. Bring it home to New York. I'm excited about next week. I really, really am. I think it's going to be good. I'm interested to see how this is going to play out, because so far I have not been able to really catch who was going to end up there. Like, I've been thoroughly surprised who has ended up in the end, and that's good. That's what you want a TV show to be about. Like, you want the suspense and all that with the drama and the comedy and, you know, the heartwarming moments. That makes a really well-rounded TV show. So yeah, I look forward to next week. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and stop by next week and join me for another episode of Untucked. Love you much, guys. Bye.